Hello everyone, I am Sudhakar. In this video, we will be sharing the experience of Miss Farheen Bano, who has been placed as a software engineer in PayPal India. Before we listen to Farheen, I would like to introduce her formally to our viewers. Farheen is a final year MTech student in the Center of Studies in Resources Engineering, also known as CSRE at IIT Bombay. She has participated in Google Summer of Code, more popularly known as GSOC, in the summers of 2020. Prior to joining IIT Bombay, she had worked as a software engineer for Persistent Systems Limited for around 2.5 years. For her MTech project, she is working on the development of a cloud platform for big geospatial data analytics. She has also held various positions of responsibility, like she has been working as a company coordinator for the Institute Placement Team 2020-21 at IIT Bombay. She has completed her BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from the West Bengal University of Technology in 2016. Without further delay, I would request Farheen to share her experience of getting placed in PayPal India. Thank you, Farheen. Thank you for accepting my request.
Hi, Sudhakar.
First of all, you would like to know about the form and the profile which you has been offered.
Okay, as Sudhakar said, I have been offered as software engineer in PayPal India. The profile is basically for software development with some data analytics background. Since I had work experience in software development and in MTech at IIT Bombay, I have been working closely in data science projects as coursework, and I'm quite acquainted with machine learning and deep learning projects. So my profile is amalgamation of software as well as data science. So I think that's what interested PayPal India for the shortlisting me for interview.
Yeah. Thank you, Farheen. So, one general question that in your case, you did your BTech in 2016, then you worked for 2.5 years, and then you started your masters. So, you worked for more than 2 years. So, do you think that this work experience has helped you in your interview? In this interview, like PayPal India?
Okay, see, I can tell you that work experience is always good. It's good that you have work experience since you'll have a corporate life exposure and you know how the team works and how the like a project is started and it goes on till production and for deployment phase. So you are like accustomed with all these technical terms. So if it comes up in your technical interview, so you can just give a brief overview of your work life. But in my case, my work experience had a positive feedback when it was for resume shortlisting purpose, as I can say, because in my department I was shortlisted for maximum firms and organizations compared to other students since I had work experience. But in PayPal India, there was no resume shortlisting, so it was completely dependent on the interview that I gave, and the interview who did not consult any of my work days. So they were totally inclined towards coding approaches and all the software development questions. It was all related to that, and they did not come up with any of the questions related to my work experience. So I had advantage in some other companies, but in PayPal India, I don't think so. I had any advantage there.
Yeah. Okay, so we can conclude that your work experience helped you to get shortlisted for other firms, but in case of PayPal India, it was not the scenario. Means
Yes,
they were mainly looking for the right skill set in you, and which happened in the interview process only.
yes, true.
Yeah. So we discussed about your work experience, and so then, yeah, in your case, it's pretty, but your resume is quite impressive because you had done your BTech in CS, and then again you are doing here in CSRE, and then again, that you also participated in GSOC. So overall, I can see that you had a very good profile in terms of software engineering.
Mhm.
So you were focusing mainly on software engineering, and you or you had something else in your mind as well as a backup, or
See, I'll tell you, when I started this placement preparation, so I had two profiles in mind: software development and data scientist roles. But since I got selected in GSOC, so most of the time went there till June, July. It was occupied. It was totally occupied by GSOC, and then I was in the placement cells, and so I have to give a lot of time in talking to companies and pitching them for the placement. As this year's it was completely unpredictable for everyone. So by the end of October, I had not started with the preparation at all. By the starting of November, I came up with the thought that it's not possible to prepare both the profiles at this time so late. Then I started, since my resume had lots of, and I have not prepared two different resume for software and data scientist. Means I have made only one resume which had all my industrial projects and course projects in ML and DL. So the only options that I was left with to stick with only one profile at that moment, since I had knowledge of all the course projects that I did. So I was like familiar with all the machine learning and deep learning algorithms. So I thought that I'll be able to dish the interviewers and take them to different direction if they get into technical with data scientist questions. And I started with the competitive coding part, because that I knew from my seniors that will take a lot of time. So maybe I thought that if I get shortlisted for software development, I won't let the interviews get into my course projects, and I'll stick with the in technical questions related to software development. So the only option I was left with to go thorough with competitive coding questions. So I practiced 1 month rigorously with LeetCode and Geeks for Geeks, as much question as I can get for all the companies that I was shortlisted for. Their coding test and all the gate fundamentals. I have given gate in CS, so I have to revise all that gate fundamentals questions also, because some of the companies had MCQs, which was it was close to gate paper. So like OS, networking, and DBMS, all these questions you have to know that for clearing the MCQs plus the aptitude part. So aptitude was my least priority by that time. So I was mainly focused on competitive questions and all the algorithms that I can get thorough with. So by that time, November, and when December started, I had almost covered 300 to 400 questions, I can say, from everywhere, from all the sites that I can get hold of. Majorly, it was LeetCode. It helped me a lot. And at IIT Bombay, we have this like weekly and monthly questions, practice sessions that happens for coding questions, and our department also conducted few mock tests and this sessional questions. So that also helped me with HackerRank questions. And when day 1 to 4 firms coding period started, tests started, so I have already given like around 50 to 60 tests, because that was my focus for preparation. While I was giving the test, I was thinking that this is what I'm preparing for. So while giving test, I was preparing also. So that also helped me for practicing purpose. And yeah, and if I could not succeed in software development profile, then I would switch to data science roles, because I got selected for few of the data science roles in Japanese firms also. So I had that also covered. Uh, so yeah, and one of the interviewers in PayPal India also suggested to me that your resume has lots of machine learning projects. So we are in need of such candidate who has good hold of software development profile, as well as they have knowledge for machine learning. So I think that was their pick for me.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So as I can perceive that you really invested a lot of time in coding, and since you had already done your BTech in CS, so that
Yes.
might have given you an edge that you don't need to learn everything from scratch. You just need to practice some, you know,
Revise. Yeah,
revise,
revision was
yeah,
needed. Yes.
revise coding questions like you did from lead code, you did from gigs for gigs. So now one question, because in terms of POR, so do you think that your role as a CC has helped you in cracking the placements in any way?
Okay, I'll be truthful with you. I have given only two interviews at IIT Bombay, and I got selected for the second one. So it did not come up. The POR questions never came up to me in all both the interviews. So I don't know. Maybe some of the students they faced POR questions in finance sector and other sectors if they were selected. So with me, this POR question never came up.
Okay, because when we meet and you also you might be facing these questions that the first year master student, they always think that which POR should I take that would help me in the place.
Right, right.
So
Yeah,
that
I was thinking the same way. First year, I have taken 2 to 3 PORs, and I was helping there. But that was also like a good help for me to develop my personality and to know people at IIT Bombay. It was like a very good opportunity for me that time.
yeah, definitely. Professionally, it helps, but directly you might not be getting questions in your interview.
Right.
But professionally, it would help you to become a better person. Every day, you will get to meet new people, explore new things. So that you also learn how to work in a team. Or personally, I also believe that that also helps you to answer some of the HR questions. That you are a team
True,
player.
true.
Those things
Yes.
you can easily cook up some story from here and there from your PORs, and then you can have a very convincing story around those things. Yeah. And your resume, I also saw your resume. So you had definitely, I guess, in case of CSRA itself, people work a lot of in the area in the machine learning, deep learning. They really work very hard
Yes.
in it because the branch it's about image processing also. So image processing, computer vision, deep learning, everything they do. So yeah, so that's again, I think, advantage of being in that department, I should say. And you guys also prepare very hard. You have a very good bonding among your batchmates. At least what we see from outside. अंदर का मुझे
Right.
नहीं
That is definitely true. That is definitely true. The help that I got from my batchmates and my seniors as well as from my juniors is incredible,
पता।
and I'm always be thankful to them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so collaborative effort matters, and it helps to achieve something big for all of the person in the team. So yeah. Now you can talk a bit about resume. Like in PayPal, was there any resume shortlisting before test or after test?
No, there was no resume shortlisting, but PayPal was only open for CS and electrical. It was only open for these two departments for BTech and MTech. So I applied through Bonus JAF.
Oh,
That yes, and Bonus JAF was also open after a lot of efforts from the CCs and the PMs and APCs. So that gave me an opportunity to apply there. And since there was no resume shortlisting, there was direct test for all the students including the bonus job students. And should I tell you what there was a technical question, coding question
yeah,
that
definitely. We can talk about the question.
there was 3 questions in people coding test. And there was, I think, 1.5 hours or 2 hours duration for the test, and I was able to crack all the 3 questions for coding round. So I was quite sure that if they don't go for resume shortlisting, I will be selected there, shortlisted for the interview. And luckily they did not filter the students by the resume or the departments, unlike some other organizations or other companies who were filtering out students depending upon their departments.
Yeah.
So they were neglecting and ignoring few departments where CSRE was neglected, and in there are with CSRE there were more other departments, interdisciplinary branches who were neglected in such companies. But luckily for PayPal, they did not have any resume shortlisting or department filtering. Though it was open only for CS and electrical, bonus just students were given chance. Since I had done all the coding questions, so I had a fair chance in getting selected for the interview. And so it was like 20 students was shortlisted for the interview, first round interview. And including the CS and electrical students, my name was also there. Yeah.
So out of 20, only you were there, which is not of CS Select, or
There were other students also. I cannot recall, but there were students from bonus staff also. There
oh,
were other departments. There were from civil, from IUR, and from CSRE. Yes, there were other students. With me, I have batchmates also selected for the interview round.
so people only considered the test, I guess, for shortlisting for the interview. They did not
Yes, yes.
look at CPI or resume anything. So I think
There was no CPI criteria for PayPal. Yeah, that this was also a good thing.
yeah, but again, in case of CSR, you don't need to bother about CPI as well. CPI की चिंता गरीब लोगों को होती है, आप लोग कहाँ?
People at CSRE really work hard.
तो ठीक है, हमने तो आप ये बताओ कि फाइनल जब हाउ मेनी ऑफर्स वर मेड बाय पेपैल फॉर दिस प्रोफाइल?
For this profile, there are 5 offers. Finally, they selected 5 students. There are 3 MTech students from computer science, one me, and one BTech student from civil engineering.
ओके ओके, सो 5 में
Yes,
2 लोग नॉन सीएस नॉन एलेक हैं और 3
yes,
सीएस एलेक हैं. ओके.
3 CS वाले.
Somehow जिन्होंने भी those who pitched for bonus JAF and the company agreed they deserve a pat on their उनके एफर्ट काम आए. Great. So we discussed about, okay, and the test was conducted on which platform?
It was on HackerRank. Yeah, it was on HackerRank.
Okay, HackerRank. And there were 3 questions and you coded, means there was any coding language restriction कि C में ही करना या Python में ही करना या?
It was upon our choice. We can select any of the platforms available. Like the major famous one was always good for all the coding tests. That is Python, Java, C, C++. But I prefer coding in Java, so I did it all the 3 coding questions in Java.
Okay. And since you are already prepared and practiced a lot of coding, so you could solve all the 3 coding questions within the time limits.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Definitely. So और CPA कटअप तो था नहीं. Okay, we can talk a bit about your resume. Even though आपकी resume काफी impressive है, मुझे ऐसा दिख रहा था कि आपको अगर मौका मिलता 3 पेज का तो आप 3 पेज भी आप भर सकते थे अपने resume में. But assessment cell ने 2 ही रखा तो 2 ही था. But somehow
हाँ, वो भी है मुझे बहुत टाइम लगा 3 से 2 पे करने के लिए, इसलिए मैंने 1 पेज तो बनाया ही नहीं है. बिकॉज देन मेरे को बहुत लोगों से लाइक आई शोड माय रेज्यूमे टू माय सीनियर्स एंड PhD टीचर्स हु आर देयर, students who are there. So they said that if you go for 1 page, you'll be missing out key points. Most of the key points will be missing out. So don't go for, because there's no restriction on which type of format of resume you are applying for the company. It can be 1 page, it can be 2 page. It completely depends upon you. So still I made 1 page, but I never used it in the entire placement season. I always gave the 2 page because I was thinking that whenever I was going to fill 1 page resume, I always felt that I'm missing some points there, which might be useful, and then I end up submitting my 2 page resume. So my resume had 4 sections, major 4 sections. First was like academic section was filled by the placement cell. I'll start with my work experience, and with my work experience, I also had GSOC, as you said. That was my key point in the resume, so I had to place it at the top. So Google Summer of Code was the highlight of my resume, and then I had 2.7 years of work experience at Persistent as a software developer. So the companies that were filtering out students depending upon the work experience or the CS knowledge, that software development knowledge, they would get to me by looking at BTech CS, GSOC, and work experience. So I got an edge there for resume shortlisting. And then there is my major project, like a cloud platform that I'm working on. That is my major project with other coursework projects that I have. In my coursework project, I have tried to induce some of the Android applications and web development along with machine learning and deep learning. So I had to add all those points too. So the interviewer looking at my resume can also see that I am able to do full stack development if given,
Yes.
starting from the front end development in web or Android, to the back end development, which involves any data science algorithms or any machine learning or deep learning applications. So my all my projects were able to satisfy all those requirements. So it was added accordingly. Then I also had industry projects, which while I was at Persistent, I have worked in 3 to 4 projects. I was part of 3 to 4 projects and was also part of some hackathons. So I've added listed all those projects too. And then there's your key skill sets that you have that needs to be added, and then the POR. The POR is for the last section, and I think students think that they need to have POR as fillers for the resume. But I think if you have done lots of course projects and if you already have industry projects, you won't have space to add your POR. So if even if you get your POR in first year or the second year, but there'll be very little space for you to add. So I fitted my POR in one line, one line, just 3 to 4 lines that I've added. So if you have plenty of coursework and you have experience, then that satisfies the requirement of any company for shortlisting you. So I have seen most of the students from other department, except CS and electrical, like interdisciplinary branches. This is their thought process that since we are not from CS, so there is no highlight or there is no like catchphrase in our resume. So we'll add some big words from the POR, like the team, this nominee, or this or that, adding all those lines. I don't know whether it is helpful for maybe it is helpful for some companies, because I've seen people saying that in finance sectors, people resume HRs, they go through PORs, so students are suggested to keep the PORs at the top of the resume. I've also got these suggestions, but since I was not focusing on the finance sector, so I cannot comment on that. But clearly saying from software development and data scientist role, POR does not hold that importance if your resume or your project and work experience is too strong. So because interviews does not get time to get through entire resume, and by the end they reach the end of the resume, it's almost time up. Like they do not have much time left.
Yeah.
So I suggest students to keep this in mind. If you're going for technical interview, it will be entirely focused on technical questions and coding question. Coding question will always be attached with that. So your 45 minutes, 30 minutes is already gone there. And you can discuss about the POR in HR round, but still HR has their own set of questions that they have come up with. They will ask those questions. Even if you try to lower them to other directions, they will come up to that questions eventually.
Yeah, definitely true. So you have rightly pointed out that means you need to present your work X and your course projects first.
Most of the JAF, they are, if they have data scientists, they're also looking for object-oriented fundamentals questions. Students with CS fundamentals and known accustomed with all the OOPS concepts, all the front end, like they're also looking for front end developers as well as data scientist roles. So it was always a mix of JAF from all the companies that I have seen, or maximum companies that I have seen, because right now major companies, they are not solely working on back end or front end or software and solely working on data scientists. They will somehow or in their tenure they will need someone with both the knowledge.
Yeah.
And that will be beneficial for them also. So they were looking for means their JAF was a kind of a mixture of software as well as data scientists, even though they upload 2 separate JAFs for some companies did that. They uploaded 2 JAFs separately, one for data scientist and one for software development, but they took out only one shortlist.
Yeah.
Like a common shortlist, and then during interview they segregated students, like which one will be going for software development, which will be going for data scientist. And I don't know, after they join, maybe they'll be given a same job in where they might have to work some time for some period of time for software development and some period of time for data scientist role.
Mm.
So I had this knowledge from before, since I have some friends who's they are currently working at corporate sector. So I got this knowledge from outside. So I tried to stick with this a common resume, which would be helpful for me to get selected in all those companies who are working in both the domains.
Yeah. Yes. So pretty much you were quite focused, and since your profile also supported your credentials कि मुझे इस फील्ड में जाना है, और ऑलरेडी मैंने उस पर काफी अच्छा काम किया हुआ है और काफी एक्सटेंसिव काम किया हुआ है रादर, तो दोज थिंग्स डेफिनेटली हेल्प ड्यूरिंग द इंटरव्यू. और आजकल सब इंसान को हर कंपनी दे आर लुकिंग फॉर अ पर्सन विथ मल्टी वर्सटाइल प्रोफाइल चाहिए उनको, कि ये भी कर
Right.
पाए, थोड़ा ये भी थोड़ा कर पाए. सिर्फ एक चीज आने वाले लोगों को दे डोंट प्रेफर मच, कि अगर उसको सब एक इंसान में मिल जाएगा तो वो क्यों ऐसा करेगा. तो दैट्स वेरी
True, that's true. That's the fact. That's the cruel fact that everyone is facing right now.